Well, seed radish. Good evening, everybody. My name is Osa, and tonight, once again, we're playing Farm Sim 17 on Lawfolds, Aberdeenshire. I am determined to get this harvest done. So, we've packed up the harvester for the year. That's all cleaned and in the shed. And we're now into forage harvesting order back on. Now, I spent quite a while doing this one, and I could probably bring that up on the map. If we go to here, you can see this field here isn't half done yet. We have this field and this field, which was half harvested. Currently got the slurry layer down on 6 and a seeder ready to go. I need to get to the end of this before that gets done. And I believe... oh, we're planning that in. So this will be an arable crop ready to go. Elsewhere, we have now canola on 3 fields, barley on 2 fields. This will also be a canola field. 32, 33, we will do wheat later. 3 and 2 will do corn. I might only do 2 as corn. And these 3 need oilseed radish in. These haven't grown yet, so we're not worrying about those for right now. Looks like oops, that stopped. Now, unfortunately, because of the way this thing works, I have to turn the worker off, because otherwise it sets off putting chaff into the truck, and I don't want that. Now this is a lot of chaff that we're producing. So I'm really at this point undecided whether we're going to keep going this field to the main cow yard or whether maybe I should take the rest up to the BGA. Go. So I need to be quite careful where I park the truck, because this is the side of the truck where the cover rolls up to, so it's got a slightly higher lip, and off that one goes. Oh. But there's enough room there to actually park the truck between the crop and the tipping point. So we'll put that there for now. We'll run around and check everything else. We also have the Zerion in its reverse driving mode, set up for rolling the silage. Now, or rolling the chaff. Now the problem I do have, we have 693,000 litres. That's going to last us years as far as the cows are concerned. So I could just roll this out and be done and just cover it. I'm thinking maybe I'll pull the rest of the corn off that field there before I cover it. But I'm now at the point where the truck has problems driving through here, which is why I'm considering going up to the BGA. Now, up at the BGA, we have the bits that were laying around where they'd been deposited by the belt system. 3,500 litres, and we're probably going to sell most of the silage that comes off this harvest, which is why I'm considering just dropping down to one field. Now I think that field's square enough that we actually managed to cover most of it. Oh, he's done again. The truck tweets when you turn it on. And we've started bright and early today. I did discover that you can cut chaff while the crop's wet, which was a bit of a surprise and actually allowed me to get a head start on this. Nice thing is this thing works off the joystick for tipping. Oops, and that's the problem with the lip there. Okay. So that is pretty much nearly full, and once again the engine turned off. But running up to the BGA is going to take me longer than it takes to fill that wagon. So if I do these two fields up to the BGA, it's close. Than field 5. Then we'll finish off BGA into the cow silo. But if I can forage this during when the crop's wet, that does mean that will be good to do this on the last couple of days of fall when it's going to be wet anyway. However, I would like to get it finished up because we want to get oilseed radish into the ground before winter comes. Okay, is it this one? Yes. Running at about 8 miles an hour through the silos, which is a little bit faster than the unload rate, but it does mean that for the most part we're not laying mountains of chaff. There we go. Now, I did watch a video of a UK farm making silage. I can't remember whether it was corn or grass. They were using a forage harvester, but they were running with tractors with smaller sort of 20,000 litre, 28,000 litre wagons, and they would tip the silage at the end of the, not the silage, the chaff at the end of the bunker, and a wheel loader would then shovel it into the bunker as opposed to trying to drive the tractors through and laying the chaff themselves. And then I've watched an American farm. Where am I going? I watched an American farm which is using this style of setup where they had the forager attached to a high-tip trailer, and they would unload into smaller sort of 10-wheel trucks, and their silage bunker was such that the trucks would reverse up to the side at the top and tip in, and then the tractors would compact it. I haven't seen anyone drive into a bunker and try and roll through with a truck. It's all been tip it and then have someone else push it in. Now, some of the big sort of the dead end bunkers where there's only one entrance. I have seen trucks reverse into those and tip towards the entrance, but then whatever's got the shovel on it will push it and lift it and shovel it to the back of the silo. Okay. Do that. Engine stopped again. Pull that out of the way. That tractor over there is still going. Oops. So, I don't actually need the blade for this right now because it's relatively flat. The whole idea with the Zerion is by reversing the cab you can see where the blade is, as opposed to having the whole nose in front of you. Plus the four-wheel steering gives you a good manoeuvrability for this sort of task. And it's a big tractor, so it's heavy. So you get a lot of compaction going on. Could probably get a bit more done. I'm not sure if I can do double wheels on this. Double wheels not really prototypical for a UK setting. So here's our... Okay, chaff's up to 78% already. I have to run and empty that shortly. Action's up to 50. So I'm making about 1% per pass. Oops. Might need to put the blade down at the other end. Clear out the entrance. Because we are definitely pushing this out of the bunker. So turn around. I'll drop the... Nope. Sadly doesn't work on the joystick. Looks about right. We'll push that back. Nope, it doesn't work on the joystick still. Okay, I'll just run down here. Then we'll go and service this the chaff wagon. Again, engine's not working. Turn the engine on. I'm having to unload this 2 to 3 times per row. I have to make sure I get very, very close. So the tip angle on this is not very forgiving. In previous years I've ended up throwing half the chaff all over the floor. Swing out to the right to see if I can see the silage truck. No, it looks like it's up the top end of the field. Okay. I'm figuring this job is probably going to take us most of today. How's the weather look? So the weather today is cloudy with more sun later. And then rain for the rest of the year. Okay, prepare to count. 1, 2, 2, 3. And let's just drive up the bunker wall because why not? I'm going to drop it down to 6 miles an hour to a point where we're actually inside the bunker, and lift and drive. Still too fast. Come on. Why isn't that dropping? There we go. Finding the tailgate on that to be a little bit temperamental at times. Duck. Is that the same truck as last time? Now, if the going gets tough up at the BGA, I can always start dropping chaff in a second and third silo. There's more than enough room up there. And this is day 4. So if we get all the bunkers covered over by the end of the day, I've done it again. Yeah, if I can get all the bunkers covered over by the end of today, then we will be able to use that silage by the end of day 6. So I haven't checked how the cows are feeling yet. Okay, you are facing that way. Not sure I could actually empty that on the move. Okay, that's done. Go. No. Go. Thank you. Okay, that's all done. Just because I know it's there and it annoys me. So wheat on the southern 2 fields, the main yard. I'll park this up here for now. I mean, we've got all day to do the rest of the planting, so there's no big hurry. is that one. That's good to go. That's set for canola. No idea if we're going to complete this field or not. Seriously, you don't think there's anything to do here. Let's relieve you of that misconception. Chaff wagon's full. Let's not do that. Let's do that and that and this. And off he goes. Oh, we're right at the top of the field. Okay, that's going to make turning in a little bit difficult. Try not to scratch the paintwork. And off he goes again. Oh, it looks like our seeder's made it past the big dip on that field. So hopefully it won't have any problems. The slurry spreader didn't have any problems, but I think that's because it only had the 6 metre working width. Oh, yeah. In spite of the fact we have a 10-wheeled cab here, still very easy to jackknife with this amount of weight in the back. I don't think the sun rises for another hour now. So for the next series, we are going to have a larger mixture of vehicles, large and small. And the middle one. Probably will not go with a tipper that's this big. need to drop this to 4 miles an hour. Come on. Thank you. There's a big delay on lowering that tailgate. I think my transporter fleet will be more smaller, lighter vehicles. I'll still probably end up with 3 heavy tractors for the heavy lifting during planting and planting and field prep. Okay, we need to turn right, we need to turn right. Somewhere along here we need to turn right. I think it's by the tree. There we go. Okay. Truck engine keeps turning off, which is terribly annoying. And we'll tow this behind here. Again. I think I can probably leave the truck there, so come back here.